Shameless Season 2 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And while I never did reviews of Shameless on this channel before when the episodes were airing, I did do a series finale rant when the series finale aired. So if you've watched every single episode of Shameless and want to hear my thoughts ahead of time about the Shameless series finale, you can click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. It'll be the end screen. That's where you'll get that video. Make sure you leave a comment. Again, you have to have watched every single episode of Shameless in its entirety before you watch that video, because spoilers will be in there. This will be Shameless Season 2, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called Hurricane Monica. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode last night. Fiona wakes up in the morning and comes downstairs to find out Monica is back. Ian's not happy. He complains to Mandy about it. Tells her Lip is staying at Karen's place now. Asks about Mickey being in juvie. Jody and Sheila talk about Peggy being gone. Sheila tells Karen she thinks she should consider keeping the baby. Sheila talks to Karen about what a catch Jody is. Karen replies with Jody's just an idiot. Nobody cleaned the kitchen after breakfast, so Fiona will have to do it. Jimmy Steve has stopped over unannounced again, with coffee again. Monica tells Debbie they should paint her room a new color today. They don't, but it was a suggestion. And then Monica asks Fiona about Lip. She tells her that he left because he had to make a decision and he chose to leave instead of going back to school. Monica asks Fiona to leave Liam there with her for the day, as Fiona has to go to work, and Monica promises to stay at home all day. Fiona is helping V clean hotel rooms. Sheila tells Jody that she thinks Eddie's spirit is still in the house. Fiona goes home to check up on Liam and walks in on Frank and Monica having sex in the kitchen. So Monica stayed at home, at least for the time being. She just put Liam in his playpen area, or was it his crib? I think it was his crib, and kind of just left him be. Lip wants to stay at V and Kev's place after he has an issue with Karen at Sheila's, and that doesn't go well, and V rejects that idea, even though Kev was all for it. Fiona goes to visit Bob. Roberta, that was Monica's love interest in Season 1, she says living with Monica is like living with a black hole. She just sucks everything out of you. Frank and Monica go to the alibi. Monica has an Irish car bomb, as Kev remembered. Frank and Monica start dancing, and Kev gives it 2 to 3 weeks tops before they end and break up or do whatever they do. And then there's an after-bar party at the Gallagher house. Fiona is furious, and Fiona wants to know why she's the only one compromising here. Frank and Monica go to Sheila's place in the middle of the night. They're knocking things over left and right, and Sheila is under her cover scared. She eventually comes down and then gets startled when she comes down, as she thinks all of this is Eddie's spirit, when it's actually just Frank and Monica. Lip asks the professor, who I can't remember what his name was from Season 1, for a teacher's assistant job, a TA job. Maybe he was in Season 2 as well, too, but he tells Lip to go back to school. He doesn't want anything to do with a student with a kid on the way. And Fiona gives Monica birth control, as there's no more room for another Gallagher. Well, that's probably true. That house is pretty packed. Monica apologizes to Fiona for all the sacrifices that she's had to make. Lip goes to stay with Jimmy Steve. Sheila has a priest come over. She tells the priest about all the things that have been happening. Frank also comes over and breaks in upstairs. They just kind of tried to set things up. That's why Frank was upstairs when he could have just walked through the front door, but whatever. And Jody tells Frank that Peggy had him. The priest leaves, and then Frank talks to Jody outside, and Peggy had him mail all her money, and Frank is pissed as she sent the money to her brother, Frank's brothers, not her brothers. Debbie brings little Hank over. Ian still giving Monica the cold shoulder, as he should, because Monica has been a terrible parent, possibly even worse than Frank. Who would have thought? Lip hears an interesting conversation that Jimmy Steve's wife is having, where she talks in her language. He's able to actually translate what she's saying by the computer, and Lip ends up taking her after that to the football game that Jimmy Steve is coaching. He gets pissed when he sees Monica and leaves the football game. Sheila calls Jody a good man, and I'm actually warming up to Jody in this rewatch. He's actually been pretty cool. Even though he's kind of an idiot, he's still a likable, lovable character at times. Now, Jody and Sheila are getting it on. Okay, well, Fiona goes to Jimmy Steve's place and tells him that he has to kick Lip out. Monica and Lip, I put Monica and Lip, wow. Monica and Ian go to a gay club, and Monica's like, look at all these guys. He's looking at you. He's looking at you. He's looking at you. He thinks you're hot. He thinks you're hot. Jimmy Steve and Lip go to the bar while this is happening. He tells Jimmy Steve that Essie, that's his wife, is still in love with somebody else. Another after bar at the Gallagher's for everyone. And everyone's actually for it this time, except for the people that are missing. But V and Kev stop over, and Fiona's about to turn the music off, but yet she changes the channel to a better song, and Fiona's in the mood to party with everybody. That's a change. I guess she kind of, appreciated what Monica said to her, I guess. I don't know. And it's cool that Kevin V showed up this time. Karen arrives home and hears Sheila busy in the room, and also hears the Seal song, Kiss from a Rose. It's probably about to play My Power, My Pleasure, My Pain, and somebody's about to come. Monica paid for Frank's ashes. Monica paid for Peggy's ashes, so Frank put some of those ashes in his blunt. Terry Malkovich shows up and goes after Ian, saying Mandy's pregnant and this little shit's going to pay. I think you're looking at the wrong person there, Terry. And then Frank gives Ian a thumbs up, like, oh, good job, son, ending the episode. And there's no mid-credits scene during this one. So this was actually a fun episode. I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. It was good development for Monica in this episode. It was really developing her to make her be terrible. I believe the end of the season, she does something. I think she takes... Well, I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but I do think she fucks up at the end of the season. So I'm going to score the episode an 8.3 out of 10. Like I said, my female character of the episode is going to be Monica, although you could give it to Fiona, you could give it to Sheila. And my male character of the episode, I'm going to give this one to Frank, because at the end of the episode, you can clearly see that even though he pretended like he didn't like his mom, he's actually shooken up and crying about it, I believe, unless that's him crying like, oh, she's finally fucking gone. I don't have to deal with her anymore. I don't know, but I'll give it to Frank, although there's... I don't know. The male one was kind of hard to pick. That's why I gave it to Frank. The female one was like, oh, Sheila, Monica, Fiona, all tough. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please Hulk smash that like button right this moment. Share the video with anybody you know. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comments section about your thoughts on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your male character of the episode? Who would be your female character? Don't forget to watch my Shameless series finale rant right here. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.